Memorial Day getaway, as we were just talking about, it is underway, the travel season, and it doesn't matter where you're headed or how you're getting there, you can expect it to be busy.
We expect record-setting numbers of travelers. We expect a record high of 4.2 million vehicles to go across our Hudson River crossings, and we expect 2.2 million travelers to pass through our airports over this holiday weekend from Thursday through Tuesday.
Oof. You have to get an early start to avoid the travel rush. So here to help us out is AAA Northeast spokesperson Alec Slatky. Good morning to you. Thanks for taking the time in this busy time to speak with us this morning. So you just heard the executive director of Port Authority saying there are going to be millions of motorists traveling across the Hudson River crossings. So is it actually more affordable or cheaper to drive than it is to fly to some destinations now?
Yeah, I guess it depends on where you're going. I mean, we always say you can find some deals if you're flexible with where you want to go on flights, but certainly for any destinations within even 100 or a couple hundred miles, driving is probably going to be the economical option.
I feel like every year we say this is going to be the busiest travel Memorial Day ever, right? Every year I feel like we say the same line. So is it back to pre-pandemic levels? How do you make the determination?
Yeah, I mean, you could write our press releases next year, hopefully, that it's even busier next year. But we are seeing traffic and flights above pre-pandemic levels, interest in cruising above pre-pandemic levels. So, you know, travel's back. It was back last year, and it's back in an even bigger way this year.
I guess I'm curious as to how you make, it's not a trick question, like how do you make the determination that there's 4.2 million cars on the road? Like if you don't, I don't tell you what I'm doing. So how do you know what everybody's doing to hit the road? You know what I mean? Like how do you make the number determination?
Yeah, well, we look at various factors, so economic factors, previous travel data from the past year. I mean, just the last 43 days, I just took a look at it. The TSA has reported more travelers this year than the same day last year. So we look at all those factors.
So that's the trend. How are gas prices, though?
Gas prices are a little bit higher than they were last year, about 3 cents higher in New York, I think 3.68, 7 cents higher nationally. So obviously we'd prefer it to be the other way for consumers, but probably not a big enough difference to deter people from hitting the road.
All right, let's talk about the best and worst times to travel. I love that. So for people who want to get away this weekend, when should they leave?
The best times are probably Thursday just after the morning rush or Friday just after the morning rush. So
today,
get ready,
right now.
get ready.
Get out the door right now, everybody.
Because once you hit that afternoon commute, you're going to be mixing with the commuters and all the long distance travelers.
And then tomorrow, when is the best time tomorrow and Saturday?
Tomorrow, I'd say probably before noon, 9 to noon, maybe just right in that sweet spot. And Saturday should probably be a little bit better, but you know, the roads are probably going to be congested at least a little bit all weekend, so, you know, prepare for that.
Yeah, I know. Last year I tried to avoid the Friday rush, went on Saturday, and I was like, well, that didn't help me out. Was it better or worse? I don't know.
But if you are taken to the road, what are some of the things that we should make sure we have in our car before we take off?
I think certainly a lot of gas in the car. That's number one. I mean, we service nationally 350,000, more than 350,000 people last year who were either they had a flat tire or they locked their keys out in their car or they ran out of gas. So, you know, we don't want that to be you. So make sure your tire pressure is in good place and don't gamble with the gas. Get there safely.
Are you seeing that people also now, because of all the electric cars, need to be fully charged? Because people could be pulled over because their car just runs out of juice. That's certainly
a big issue with the charging station network. I mean, being built out, but it's not where it needs to be from a public charger perspective. So we've seen times when people have to wait an hour at a single charger. That's a bit of a gamble as well.
And a lot of, like you were talking about, a lot of folks taking to the skies. Are the airlines prepared for this year?
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, the TSA, we heard the Port Authority say that they're prepared for this. They know about it, so hopefully they're staffing up and the security lines will move smoothly. So, but always better to be a little bit early to the flight than a little bit late.
Yeah, because I think a lot of folks are also worried that there aren't going to be enough planes due to some of the incidents this year.
Oh yeah, or parking spaces, because parking spaces at the airport is a real problem. You know, they don't have enough parking spaces, then people get delayed because of the parking. Especially construction over at JFK could play a factor too, right?
Yeah, I mean, we always say reserve your parking at our local airports at least. If you can take the train to the air train, that's always a good option as well. Or just have someone drop you off and don't worry about parking if you're lucky enough to have a family member or friend who's generous.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Anything else you think we need to know before we head out the door?
No, I think just, make sure you're driving safely, really. We see so many crashes over Memorial Day weekend, a lot of impaired driving issues. So, be sober, wear your seatbelt, don't be distracted, and enjoy the weekend.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks,
You
Alec.
got any plans?
I do, going down to Jersey. So I'm one of those
Yes.
44
shore.
million.
There you go. All right.
In the
Yeah.
shore.
All right. We'll see you on the road. Thank you, Alec, from
Thank
AAA.
you.
Great to have you here.
Pack that sunblock.
Exactly. That too. Yeah.